That's right. Let's get to predictions. Audrey, who are we talking about on Saturday night, because this is a noon kick, and who wins this game?
I'll go first with my score. I got Penn State 34, SMU 20.
So I
So
thought you were gonna. Okay, good.
I got Penn State 34, SMU 20, which means Penn State advances to the Fiesta Bowl, which means we're spending New Year's Eve in Arizona. I enjoy very much covering the Fiesta Bowl. It's awesome. So I would very much selfishly look forward to that. But the player I think that we're talking about Saturday evening is the guy I mentioned very early in this podcast, the guy that I think Penn State needs to lean on, and that is Nick Singleton. I think we see one of those crazy games, John. I think maybe, you just glossed over special teams. Maybe we see a kick return for a touchdown from Mr. Singleton. I'm just saying. I got Penn State 34, SMU 20. How about you?
To be clear, with the special team stuff, you need to catch your kicks, you need to catch your punts, and you need to not shank things. We don't need to go too much more into it.
Yeah.
I have Penn State winning 35-27 with a caveat of I think Penn State is up 2 scores late, and then SMU scores with less than 3 minutes left to narrow it down. They go for 2 when they're down 35-21, score a touchdown, go for 2, don't get it. Game's over when they don't recover the onside kick. That is what I have as a score. I just think this Penn State offense is going to be the one certain thing I feel confident in this matchup is that Penn State offense is going to score and move the ball. I don't feel great about the SMU defense. I really don't know what's going to happen on the other side with when SMU has the ball, but I think Penn State's defense can do enough and cause enough mistakes to build a 2-score lead for a good chunk of the game. As for the player I think we're going to be talking about, I think if you listen to the first 15 to 20 minutes of the pod, you probably knew what Audrey was going to say, and you probably knew what I was going to say. I have Drew Allar, right? And I think he's going to have a big game. I think he's going over 300 passing yards. I think he's scoring 3 touchdowns. I think he is, this is the performance that everyone's been waiting for, right? Oregon will be the one that, the hipsters like us that have been watching him the whole time, like when he inevitably gets drafted, people will be like, well, that first round playoff game against SMU, but we'll all say, well, actually, that game against Oregon was the real one that got things going. But yeah, I think this is a continuation.
You guys want to talk about that Michigan State throw at Ford Field last year?
Yeah, honestly, we could go back that far, but I think this is the start of the continuation of the run, I should say, for him into being one of the the premier quarterbacks in college football. And I threw one more thing in there. You'd find this at SunnyDaily.com in my story that I think there's at least one throw that has people oohing and awing on social media that sort of goes viral after the game.
Fawning on social media.